Hello my lovely people, how are you? So here we go with the reading for you for the 11th through to the 17th of February. Now this is a general read for all signs and it's just picking up the energy overall for this week. So what have we got going on this week? There's Valentine's Day on the 14th for those of you who celebrate it, which is bringing the emphasis into relationships and love. If you are single, just bring that love into yourself. All right, there's a lot to be said for being single. You ask anybody who has a lot of arguments with their partner that there is a lot of peace in being single, but you can bring that love in for yourself. So what else is going on? Just asking my angels what else is going on for this week, and what they're telling me is it's going to be a relatively quiet week. Why is it a quiet week? Okay, it's building up ready for the 18th, 19th, which is the next week, and that's when we've got a big full moon and it's moving us into Pisces season. It's the last house before we've got a brand new year with Aries a month later, and this is a kind of quiet time now as we are pushing through that full moon on it's the 19th in the UK, it's going to be the 18th probably in the States. So, you know, that kind of energy of building, this is what they're telling me, building, but this week is slow and gentle. It's kind of respite. Okay, good stuff. What else do you want to tell me about this week? Okay, we have conflict there, disagreements, arguments, hassle. Well, that's in contradiction to quiet week. So what do you mean by that, please? You just told me it was going to be a quiet week. Are you talking about the end of conflict then? End of inner conflict, end of struggle. Not quite, but nearly. Okay, so we've got this Five of Wands is all about this struggle, which generally can be about work. And I'm feeling that for many of us, it's an internal struggle about our work. Do we want to do this job? Are we happy in this job? Is it time for change? Don't know what I want. Do I want now what I used to want? Has what I wanted changed? So there's a lot of discussion going on in your head about life in terms of your work. Now, this is okay. I've been doing it too. Okay, I love my job, but is it fulfilling enough? Is it enriching enough? Do I want to do something else instead or as well? Is it enough balance? Those are the sorts of questions I've been asking myself for a couple of weeks and coming up with absolutely no answers. But it's okay not to necessarily have the answer straight away, because here we have the Hanging Man, all right? And the Hanging Man is about patience and chilling out and relaxing while you're waiting for things to change. So we've got this conflict. I mean, I don't feel this is big arguments with yourself. There's kind of just a sense of discourse, a sense of, oh, I don't know if I'm quite really happy. And it's that sort of questioning, which can be a little bit frustrating. But nothing's hugely changing, which is why, you know, I feel that this is a quiet week. We're still questioning, but we're not coming up with any answers. We're not making any changes at this point. We're waiting patiently for those more information to be revealed, I feel. Let's see what else they want to tell us. So tell me a little bit more, please, about this inner feeling of what needs to grow. Okay, it does feel about growth. We've got the Page of Swords there. He tends to come in, and I feel he's coming in more towards the middle and the end of the week, coming in to cut away any confusion and any doubts. So in he comes with his sword. He can be a little bit quick, but what he's doing is cutting away illusions. So you might have been thinking, for example, or perhaps I'll get you know, I'll move house, or I'll move job, and he's coming in going, no, that's not right for you at all, or yes, you need to do it and get on with it. All right, so we're kind of contemplating here, and then he's coming in towards the end of the week with a little bit more information, a little bit more clarity. So this isn't a time for massive change, but it is a time for thinking, planning, deciding, looking at, if this isn't about work for you, for those of you who don't work and don't want to work, This can be about what you want to do with your time. It's to do with feeling fulfilled. I'm feeling quite bored. I'm feeling with this card a little bit frustrated and unfulfilled and wanting more, but not quite sure in what way or how, which is why we've got him there. So we're going to get a bit more clarity with the Page of Swords. I want a bit more information about this for you. And for me. Okay, so here comes the Page of Pentacles. We've got the two pages together here. All right, Page of Pentacles is all about money, an offer coming in, information to do with money and security and grounding and foundation. All right, so yes, it can be job, but it can also be to do with a home, that if you're considering moving, because the Pentacles is all about our sense of grounding. It is money, but it's also about what roots us, what makes us feel secure and safe. He's coming in with some information. He's coming in often with an offer of a job or an offer of a new home that is going to make you feel more secure, or in a better way. I'm also drawn to all the green and the flowers and the plants, because you know, this is also a card heavily linked with peace and the heart chakra, the fifth chakra there, and this connection with nature and wholeness and healing and feeling really safe in your core. So he's coming in towards the end of the week as well. All right, well, I'm going to go with another two of these cards. Okay, as he's coming in, this is going to end then, all right? So this sense of disappointment, disillusionment, we've got two fives. Fives are talking about change. So this is change that's building up inside you, but not yet. Then the two pages are coming in, which enables this change to start taking place. And this is what we are needing. But there's fear here. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Hermit. And I'm going to stop with that deck there. So let's have a look at this. What's this talking about? When we're starting then to look at the information that's coming in towards the end of the week, it may be that you decide, actually, this job isn't for me anymore, or this relationship isn't for me, or this location or home isn't for me, and I want to go, but I do feel disappointed and sad that it hasn't been more fulfilling than I expected it to be, or that something I believed would be forever isn't going to be forever. And it's because there's something better. There's something better for you. It's kind of this energy of this or something better. And the universe is saying, look, you've changed, you've shifted, you've grown. And what used to work for you and what used to fit for you doesn't fit anymore. So don't fight it. Don't be upset about it. And just say, okay, all right, this is a card of surrender. You know, not surrender as in give up, but surrender as go with the flow and not fight it and not argue. It's going with the changes that your soul and the universe is wanting to bring in. Now, they're saying to me, these are changes that you actually created, even though it may not feel like it. There's a part of you that's been reaching out to the universe saying, I need more than this. And so that's what's coming in. And for us to have more than we had, something needs to shift and change. So don't fight it. Don't argue about it. This is, you know, we can be really fighting about this here. And this can be really upset here. But actually, if we look at it, these two pages are really positive. It's bringing in new information so we can let go of something to enable the space for something new to come in. And the Hermit is enabling us to come into a real questioning within ourselves. So we're still inside. We're still going inside and working out what's right for us, what feels right, what's going to fit. But I don't feel any of this is actually changing this week. Nothing is shifting forward this week. This is all kind of preparation and what's going on inside and coming to terms with things and accepting things. But I don't feel anything massively is shifting this particular week. It's preparation. I'm going to go with a few of these cards over the top for clarification. These are the Lenormand cards. All my cards are in the description box below, the links to them if any of you are interested in them. Can I have some more clarity? So what's the outcome of all of this? We've clearly got some change going on with 2 5s and with the Hermit. All right, we're going to have these. All right, this is the lilies, which is about peace, and the inner child, the childlike innocence and trust and faith that it's going to be okay, that everything that's shifting and changing is to bring us into a place of greater peace. It's inner peace. It's, you know, this is the peace lily. I started the reading by saying intuitively, I feel this is quite a peaceful week, a quiet week. And you look at these cards underneath and think, hey, what the hell? But actually it is. It's all about us changing into somebody that is wanting more fulfillment, more enrichment, more peace, and more trust, more innocence, more playfulness, more imagination, more, you know, just light. I'm noticing the way this is lighting up in front of her. This looks like the Disney castle to me, which is all about this beautiful fairy tale and everything being, you know, the princess and a fabulous outcome, as it always is in Disney. Not necessarily realistic in real life, but it is this beautiful imagination of the child. So we're going into our inner child. We're coming more into a place of peace. Inner peace, they're just saying to me, going back to the last few weeks' readings when we've had a lot of issues around getting rid of addictions, getting rid of dependencies, that is, as we're going into this week of the 11th, those of you who have been shedding, me included, our addictions and dependencies in order to free us, this week is starting to see the back of all that discomfort, okay? That it's, as we come into the week of the 11th, the worst of it is behind you. So those of you who have been going through this awful, and it has been awful for, certainly for me and for many others of you, going through letting go of drinking too much or smoking or whatever habits or relationships that you've been addicted to, getting rid of that. It's hard getting rid of an addiction, but you've got it, you can do it. It has created a lot of conflict inside, lots of arguing within yourself. Certainly I know I have, the amount of times I've said, I'm just going to go and buy cigarettes, stuff it, this is too painful. And then you talk yourself out of it and say, no, just hang in there, this is going to pass, it's going to get easier. This is, a lot of this is about, it is now getting easier. It's more coming into the peace. The worst of any withdrawals, any, you know, anguish is behind you as we're coming out of this week. By the time we get to that new moon on the 18th, 19th, honestly, you are going to be in such a better place. So hang on in there and trust. Go with the flow. Try not to fight it. And trust that there's help coming in. That's what these pages are. This is help coming in for you. I want to go with an angel card. Just to ask what the angels want to add. Oh, well, they want to add that. And I want that one. Okay. So it's all about the angels wanting to give you energy and power. This is cleansing, clearing. Imagine this water coming down from source, coming down from the angels, coming down from the dove of peace, shining that light, that water all over you, washing away doubts, conflicts, fears, hurt, upset. Feel yourself being cleansed and cleared, and then step into the light and know that you are the light. And here we've got the bird again, the dove of peace. We've got lights all around you, the power and light within. That's what you're stepping into this week, my darlings. It's worth it. Hang in there. We're nearly there. It's getting easier and easier. This is, I'm feeling like the brow of the hill where we've been going uphill, 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 and it feels like, oh my God, my legs are aching, everything hurts. I don't know if I can make it. And then all of a sudden this week we are at the top of the hill. And next week we're going to start coming down in a much easier way. Everything's going to be flowing much easier, much better. We've got to just keep the faith. Keep the faith, okay, with the child card there. All right, my darlings, I hope that helps. As ever, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing. It makes a huge difference and it does support this work that I do for you. All right, my darlings, I'll see you next week. Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.